everyone, today's video is one that and I'm sure you have been waiting for. I am finally going to try the Urban Decay All Nighter Liquid Foundation. I am so excited. I have been hearing so much about this foundation and the fact that it is full coverage, which you know I love. For me, it is just so amazing when I can apply one thing to my face in the morning and be good to go, like as far as coverage goes, because I don't know, I'm just not all about that very sheer life where I have to put that on and then conceal everything. I just like one step, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the Sephora site to read you a little bit about this. This foundation is $40 and you do get 1 ounce in this beautiful bottle, which I will show you in a second. It comes in 24 shades, which I think is amazing. The shade that I ended up getting is 3.25, and it has about 3.5 stars on Sephora.com right now, which is surprising because I've really only heard good things. It says it's an oil-free, full coverage, waterproof foundation with a matte finish that lasts all night. It says while the Naked Skin complexion products are demi-matte, the all-nighter liquid foundation is completely matte. Urban Decay loaded this formula with an insane amount of pigment, about 3 times as much as Naked Skin liquid makeup, so a little goes a long way. There's no need to build coverage or apply multiple layers. It diffuses light to blur flaws for beautifully perfected skin as it mattifies and absorbs oil to reduce the appearance of shine. The really big point I wanted to make though is that it does say it's calibrated with the shades of the Urban Decay Naked Skin liquid makeup. So for me that means if you really like that stuff and you have a shade you love, you're going to be getting the same shade in this foundation, so I think that that is super helpful. So I do think the packaging on this is just wonderful and I love the pump, but for me, even though the packaging is nice, the product inside is what has to be good, right? So let's go ahead and get into the application. So I really hope the lighting isn't too dark. I wanted to tone it down a little bit so you could really see my skin, but let's go ahead and get into the foundation. I am really excited. So I did go ahead and get the full size when I was at Sephora to show you the packaging and the bottle and everything, but the lady that worked there was really nice and helpful and very smart too, because she actually went ahead and gave me a sample, so if I don't end up liking this, I can return this and no harm, no foul. They can just put it back on the shelf because I wouldn't have used it. So I'm going to be going into this little sample. I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my finger, and this stuff I can already tell is crazy pigmented. We're going to go ahead. Oh my gosh, do you guys see how pigmented that is? Holy crap, that is incredible. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more, get some on my chin and my forehead. So we're gonna be starting with a beauty blender. I don't know if I already said that, but I actually haven't used it in quite a while, so I'm anxious to see how it does. But I feel like this foundation is such a thick consistency that the beauty blender is gonna do an amazing job. So I hope I didn't use too much. I feel like I have so much of this on my skin. Whoops. As far as the scent goes, I don't really smell anything. I just was smelling my beauty blender because I just washed it, and of course there's hair all over it. I hate that. Oh my gosh, this stuff covers everything. Holy moly. So I'm just kind of bouncing and dragging it. That's kind of how I use the beauty blender. I bounce it and then I kind of smear it on my face. I don't know why that's like the technique I go for, but look how that just covered everything on my nose. Holy moly. I even have a little under my eyes. I am like blown away. So that was super easy to blend out. I feel like this color is an amazing match for me, and I'm a little nervous because I'm getting ready to go on vacation. We're going to the beach in a few weeks, or a couple weeks, and this matches me so well. Like my whole goal is to get a tan, and now I'm gonna come back and like have to go get another shade because I'm gonna be way darker, but I guess that's okay. So as far as the way this sets down, I feel like it's already set, and I kind of like that. It definitely gave me enough time to work with it, but I would say that within like 15 to 20 seconds, you're really going to want to make sure you blend this out well. So if I get really close to my skin, it looks fantastic. I mean, we're really going to have to see if this dries me out throughout the day, because even though my skin is more normal right now, I feel like with long wearing foundations like this, sometimes they can start looking more dry. But as far as right now goes, it's not really clinging to like any super dry patches or anything, which I don't have too much of, but I'm just trying to say that it looks very smooth on my skin. As far as the finish goes, I like it. It is definitely on the matte side, but it has a naturalness to it. Like, I don't know if you can see, but when I look in the mirror, I just see a little bit of like, it almost just looks like a natural sheen, like that my normal skin would have coming through. So I really like that. So let's go ahead and move on to the other side to even things out. And this time I'm actually going to use a foundation brush. So far, so good though. Alright, getting a little more on my finger. That's the only thing I hate about Sephora samples. They are so darn messy. You think with all of the technology in the world we could figure out a sample container that is a lot better than the ones that we have now. Alrighty, so here we go. Dotting this all over. And if you guys, I don't know if you follow me on social media, but if you guys enjoy watching my videos and you want to have a say in what I do, I would highly suggest doing so. I am very active on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and did I already say Snapchat? I don't think so. And just for the record, I'm going to be using the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80 for this, and this is all clean, by the way. I think that is so important when trying a new foundation. So as I was saying, I'm really active on those, and I say that because I actually asked you guys before filming this what foundation application methods you like seeing in videos. I typically use brushes like this most often. But I really want to know what you guys want to see, and I really wanted to know if you guys think that the brush makes that big of a difference. I am a huge Beauty Blender fan as well, but I get ready in my room. Oh, did you hear my voice when I hit my neck? Room? But there's not a sink in my room, and I feel like I am just not inclined to use it because I sit down to do my makeup and then I see my Beauty Blender and I'm like, crap. I have to get up and wet that now, and I usually just reach for a brush. But I also have that Artis Oval 7, and I am a little hesitant to use that. By the way, this foundation is looking amazing, as you guys can probably tell. But because I know that's a pricey brush and probably not a lot of people have it. So just let me know in this video as well if you weren't able to give me your feedback on social media this time around. And let me know, do you like me doing half Beauty Blender and half brush? Or I don't know, what do you guys like? Please let me know. So that was super, super quick. I want to make sure I blended down my neck really well. But guys, my complexion is looking amazing. Totally set though, in my opinion already. Like even this side. But I think the brush and the Beauty Blender, they look fairly similar to me. It's hard to tell though because I had more hyperpigmentation on my cheeks on this side. So as far as coverage goes, at first glance I want to say the brush did better, but I truly think that's because my skin is a little bit better on this side. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I don't even need to do anything else. That is why I love full coverage foundations. Oh my goodness, it is one step. You are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess conceal, finish the rest of my makeup, everything like that, and I will be back with my final thoughts. And then the check-ins. So now that all of my makeup is done, I do have a few more thoughts. I just applied a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I used the Tarte Shape Tape. I always want to call it Tape Shape Concealer in Light, and I've really been liking this. A little definitely goes a very long way though. So I just put that under my eyes, and I gotta say, I never typically apply foundation around my eye area, and I kind of did today because it was just so like amazing in the coverage department. I'm like, maybe I could just get away with it. But I did think that I still needed a little bit of brightness, a little bit of concealer under there. And with that foundation being on there and being already set, I found my concealer just slightly a little bit more hard to apply. It wasn't anything terrible. I just noticed a little bit more dragging when I was applying it over the foundation rather than just a clean, bare skin around my eyes. So that wasn't something that was terrible for me, just something I noticed. But as far as my face goes, I didn't set anything, which is crazy. I love doing that because for me, the more minimal the products, the better. I just set the concealer around my eyes a tiny bit, whatever was left over on my tiny little Real Techniques brush, just in like these little places around my nose and slightly on my chin. I did apply a little bit of bronzer and a blush. Guys, I have been loving theBalm's FratBoy. A friend gave this to me and I swear I've been wearing it every day. I love this blush so much. But my face products applied over that foundation really well. Everything still looks incredibly smooth, and I just cannot get over the finish of this and how my face just looks completely done. I have trouble with my laugh lines though. Foundation always seems to settle in those, and I can tell right now it is doing so just the tiniest bit. That's not really something that is like a downfall for me though. I mean, it is, but I just simply go like this, kind of get some of that product out of those lines, and it usually like looks fine. So looking up really close, it's just making like a little crease is and that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this on for the rest of the day. I just have some errands to run, which is why I left it pretty natural as far as the other products go. But if you do want to know everything else I used on top of that foundation, they'll all be listed down below. But I guess I should tell you the time right now. It is 9:22, and guys, look at this little case. It's a brand new one from Kate Spade. I think she just put them out, but oh my gosh, it's adorable. But I will see you guys in a few hours. Hey, so I never typically do little check-ins like this, but I just came outside in the car and I wanted to see or show you guys how well this matches me. Okay, there's like a fly flying around my car, but I wanted to show you what it looked like in natural light too. So I mean, so far am loving this. I'm also gonna take some photos and everything and probably insert them because I think that's really important. But yeah, so far so good. I just was in the house in the bathroom looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, my skin just looks so concealed and so smooth. And right now it's about 12:30. So 2 thumbs up so far. I'll check in a little bit. All right, so I just pulled up to Target. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm here to get a few things and I wanted to do a little quick update on the foundation. Now I know the lighting's not the best, but I wonder if I can make it lighter. Nope, that didn't work. I do think that looking in the mirror, I feel like this is oxidized a little bit, and that was one thing that I was a little bit afraid of because a lot of the reviews said that that would happen. It's nothing too bad, and I'm actually going on vacation, so I think I'm going to get a little bit more tan, and the color difference isn't that much. I really wish I could get a good photo of it. I feel like I'm starting to look a little shiny, which is typically what happens on my chin, maybe just slightly around my nose, but that's it. So far so good. It is now, well, I don't know. I'll have to tell you the time in a second because I can't see it on my phone and my car is off. But yeah, just a little update. Coverage wise, things are still looking incredible. My blemishes and everything are still concealed super well. And for the record, it is about 2:30, so I will keep checking in with you guys whenever I feel is necessary. So yeah. So it's the end of the night and I wanted to do my final check-in with you guys. It is currently 10 till 8 and I've had this foundation on for what, like 10 or 11 hours? I've got to say, the way this looks right now, like I am blown away for how long I've actually had this on. I still feel super concealed, my face still looks even, and you can see my blush, and that is always a great thing. If I'm looking really close, I do see some redness around my nose on this little blemish right here, and then also my chin, but my nose and my chin are typical places, for me at least, that just, I don't know, product breaks down there so easily. I'm really surprised though with this blemish in particular because this is a fairly new one, and usually I find that product just like won't stay on blemishes for me for whatever reason, but this one is very concealed, which I really appreciate. And as far as like my overall face, I do feel a little dewy like on my cheeks and around my nose, and I find that a little strange because I have dry skin, and usually when I apply very long wearing, especially matte foundations, they dry me out, and right now my skin does not look dry at all. That little bit of dewiness is not really a problem. I mean, in my everyday life, I am not one to touch up my makeup a whole lot at all, actually, but if I did have somewhere, or I was going somewhere where I needed my makeup to look fresh, a little bit of powder would, I think, go a long way with this because I just feel like a lot of it has stuck on my skin. But seriously, guys, this gets 2 huge thumbs up from me. I just love how smooth and even my skin looks with just one very simple, quick, easy to apply product. That is like what is blowing my mind right now. But if you guys have tried this, like I said, let me know down below. I'd love reading over your thoughts and comments, and I do plan on doing like a first impression / review update very soon. As always, make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps out this video and my channel, and I just really appreciate it when you guys do that. But other than that, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you next time. Bye! And as always, I have cat hair on my face already. That's the worst. What is that? How did I get red on my face? What in the world? What's that about? With a wide range. No,